3, 2, 1. Yo, what's happening, guys? It's your boy Wolfie here. We are back, and what we've got for you today is another brand new updated custom tactics for you guys. It is for a formation that is arguably the most broken on FIFA 21, arguably the best formation on FIFA 21. I mean, it's definitely a top 3 formation on FIFA 21. I think you've got the 4-4-2, the 4-2-3-1, and then finally the custom tactics that I'm bringing for you today, the 5-3-2. I think they're the top 3. Maybe you could add top 4 if you then go like a narrower 4-3-1-2, definitely. But I feel like the 5-3-2 on the whole is a very balanced, very well thought out, very solid and attacking and defensive formation this year. It's kind of like the perfect formation on FIFA 21, really. It's kind of got everything that you'd want or need, really. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys. The 5-3-2 custom tactics for you today. But yeah, if you haven't already, please drop a like on the video. Drop a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button and that bell so you do get a notification every time I do drop a brand new video. And last but not least, Twitch, Twitter, and my TikTok are all down in the description below. If you want to go drop all 3 of them a follow, I will love you guys forever. Now, why is the 5-3-2 so good? I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about why the 5-3-2 actually is so good. The 5-3-2 is very good because of these. There's a few simple facts, actually. Imagine, so I use the 5-3-2 with both my wing backs on join the attack, right? And what that then leaves you with is still 3 centre backs. And what would normally happen, say you play like a 4-3-1-2 or you play like a narrow or something like that. If you have your fullbacks on join the attack, you will then just be left with 2 at the back. But you're actually left with an extra defender along with then like the 3 midfielders that are set out nicely and then the 2 strikers. Now, this is nothing new, by the way. The 5-3-2, I remember a pro FIFA player called Tas. He actually used the 5-3-2 on FIFA 19 for many qualifiers and stuff. Like the 5-3-2, it's not a new formation in terms of being overpowered. It has been overpowered for a very long time and will continue to be overpowered for a very long time because kind of very similar to the 4-2-3 one. It's just a very balanced formation. So you got the 3 centre backs and then with the 2 wing backs that if you use my custom tactics, they will play very much like wingers. You then got the flat 3 midfielders, which are very overpowered as well. You then do have the 2 strikers, which of course 2 striker formations are very key and very effective, I feel. So the 5-3-2 on the whole, very well rounded, very balanced formation. Now the custom tactics I use on the 5-3-2 are balanced defensive style with the 5 width and the 7 depth. Remember, the 7 depth is because it will then automatically offside trap for you. A very key point that I feel like you guys should take into consideration. But if you do struggle defensively, I would recommend going down to a 5 depth. But for me, 7 depth with the automatic offside trap glitch that it does bring is definitely the depth that I would recommend for you guys, especially with it being 5 back as well. You don't need to really go 5 depth, I don't think, especially not 4. If you are someone that does struggle with defending, though, 5 depth would be the one. But 7 depth for me just works absolutely ideally. It's in that happy medium. Remember what I always say about my custom tactics for you guys. I don't like to be too fancy or anything with it. I like to get a happy medium with it, blah, 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 blah. And the 5-3-2, 5 width, 7 depth is my happy medium. Now, in terms of the offensive style, I was trying out long ball, but I weren't too keen on it in the 5-3-2. So I have gone with the balanced defensive style. 6 width and 6 players in the box. Remember, you are playing 5 back, so having an extra player in the box on instead of the 5 to the 6 will definitely help you in terms of the attacking play. 2 corners and 2 free kicks live. So again, the 5-3-2 is just so well rounded and so balanced. How do I set my team up in game? I play Davies left wing back, Mendy, Rio and Bender as my centre backs, and then Team of the Year and Ronaldo as my right wing back, Hullet and Vieira and Moments Dino, and then Moments Pele and Moments Online up front. Now, player instructions. I have getting behind and stay forward on both my strikers. My right centre mid is on completely default settings apart from the defensive position. I put him on cover centre. My middle centre mid is then I stay back while attacking and cover centre. And then my left centre mid, very important that you do this when using a 5-3-2. I do have him on get forward and cover centre. And then, of course, both my wing backs are on join the attack and overlap with all 3 of my centre backs that stay back while attacking. I never touch my keeper, so my keeper's always just on completely default settings. So they're the custom tactics I use with the 5-3-2. I am now going to show you one half of a Division Rivals game, so I can just talk you through and explain why I use what I use with the 5-3-2. So if you guys do want to stick around for that, I will love you guys forever. Because I feel like a lot of people don't really understand why I do what I do with the 5-3-2 and why I'm using it like so. Because trust me, like the 5-3-2, when you use my custom tactics with it, it's actually a very attacking formation. And also a formation that if you get the balance right in terms of defending and attacking, you will actually score a lot of goals with it. But for me, The problem that the 5-3-2 narrative has got at the moment is a lot of people don't play it the way it should be played. And the way you should be playing a 5-3-2 is the way that I use it. In terms of like having your wing backs on, join the attack, overlap, etc. It's definitely how you should be using the 5-3-2. You shouldn't be using it with like your fullbacks, your wing backs, on stay back while attacking. That it just doesn't work. You need your wing backs to provide you with the width in the 5-3-2. You need your two strikers to be linking up. You need to have one of your centre mids on get forward just to add with that creativity in the middle of the pitch, etc. These are things that you definitely should be doing with the 5-3-2, and I feel like if you aren't using it like that in the 5-3-2, you're doing it wrong, my guys. I mean that. You really are just doing it wrong at the end of the day. But having said that, it is still a 5-back, but the way I play it isn't really like a 5-back. It's kind of like I play it just like, almost like as a 3-back, really. Like, in terms of like my wing backs on during the attack, you will see as I show you this first half of the game, as my opponent does have Ribery, Aguero, Grealish, Robben, Kaleba, James, Tavernier, Ashley Cole. It'll be swapping Tavernier and Kaleba in game. Nick Pope, Chowdhury. My boy does have Grealish. Gotta respect it. My boy Super Jack, you gotta respect it. That flashback Ribery is an interesting one. You don't really see him a lot, actually. I think he was a very expensive SBC, wasn't he, that flashback Ribery? I think that's why you don't really see that flashback Ribery a lot, because I think he was about nearly 1 million coins on it. But yeah, so in terms of the 5-back, I've gone straight into it. Exactly how I showed you guys with the custom tactics. Ronaldo being, of course, my right wing back, which is a very interesting choice, but something that you feel like you got to do. You see already, look, Ronaldo's bombing forward. Look, this is what you got to do. You got to use your wing backs a lot with the 5-3-2. You got to learn to love the width. Good ball there, but Bender says thank you. Oh, nice from Bill. Good tackle. Oh, I won the ball there, ref. Have a word. Interesting little bit of a kickoff there. Isn't it mad how much kickoff's a thing on this game, by the way? It's actually mad how much kickoff is a thing. Your players are just all out of position and everything. It's actually nice there from Rhea. Putting a player on the line always a big help. But yeah, I would really recommend like playing with, if you are going to commit to the 5-3-2, guys, I would definitely recommend that you guys play like wingers at wing back, because like they don't really play as fullbacks really. Like, good goal, 1-0 down. Rio getting done again. Rio's like really like not good on this FIFA. Like, and I mean that. Moments Rio Ferdinand is really just not that good on this FIFA. It's not even Moments Rio. I think it's just in general. Any centre backs, they're just not that good on the game, really, are they? Like, this game is built for fullbacks and centre back. But we do get a goal. There's that little two-striker build-up again between Pele and R9. Something that the 5-3-2 is why it's such an overpowered and such a good formation, because you do get the two strikers up front. You do get everything that you know. You got the three in the midfield, you've got the two strikers, you got the wing backs bombing forward. They play like wingers basically. They don't really play like fullbacks at all. They're bombing forward. My opponent here, why whenever I'm playing like a live game do we play like an absolute rat? Like the Pele player review yesterday, we played a guy that was keeping 60% of the ball against us in Rome, and I think the same thing is going to be happening here. Like, this guy is playing very slow, very passive. There we go, he's going forward now. Good tackle there, Mendy. Mendy's an unbelievable centre back this year, by the way. This is what I mean though, like Mendy, players like these, they are so much better than like Moments Rio. Moments Rio is doo-doo, man, like absolutely doo-doo. Oh, I delayed the pass. I didn't even pass that ball to him. Jesus, we're playing awful here. Nice, Rio. Finally woken up. There's that overlapping. This is what you mean with the 5-3-2, guys. You've got to learn to love the fullbacks. You've got to learn to use them and learn to love them. And Pele, he ain't missing on his left foot. You see what I mean? That whole goal right there with the 5-3-2 has been created because of us having that overlapping wing backs, you know, like having the overlapping wing backs will score you so many goals, and it won't even concede you less, really. Like, the overlapping fullbacks are just a perfect design of the 5-3-2. Really are a perfect design for it. I know a lot of people are going to be asking me in the comments like, oh, 5-3-2 or 3-5-2. For me, definitely 5-3-2 without any shadow of a doubt. Alright, move keeper, fair play. Like, 5-3-2, without any shadow of a doubt, is a lot better than 3-5-2. I find 3-5-2 way too open at the back for me. Even for me, how good as I am, not big blowing my trumpet, but as good as I am at the game, like, 3-5-2 for me just leaves me way too open at the back. But if you are someone that can get used to, like, the 3-back, then 3-5-2 is a vibe, definitely a vibe. But this is what I mean. You got to be patient. You have got the 2 strikers. Wait for the angle. There. Oh, I mean, I don't think you want any of the ball there, ref. Should that? I actually think that really should have been a penalty, by the way. I don't think you want any of that ball. This camera angle's honking, by the way. I don't think you want any of that ball there. So I mean, like, you see how you got Davies and Ronaldo both wide, always an option. Always an option. Be patient. Wait for Pele to get back on side. Little scoot turn. Trust Pele's left foot. We make it 3-1. We are absolutely annihilating this guy. This is what I mean with the 5-3-2. And my opponent is going to quit. You will score a lot of goals with the 5-3-2. And I promise you that. You really will score a lot of goals with it. When you use the custom tactics I use with it, you've got the wing backs bombing forward. You've got everything going right for you guys. You will score a lot of goals with it. If you use the wing backs on join the attack. If you use all of these things. Having the 2 strikers on stay forward. Having one of your centre mids on get forward. Like, I promise you, it will help you tenfold. You won't really... I don't really like... When I use a 5-3-2, I don't score less goals at all. Like, in terms of if I'm using, like, a 4-4-2 here or something, you telling me I'm going to be more than... You telling me I'm going to be more than 3-1 up in this game if I'm using, like, a 4-4-2 or a narrow compared to a 5-3-2? Oh, my heck. Like, we've done everything right in this game. We've controlled it. We've been patient. We get the 2-goal lead. Get the wing backs bombing forward. This is what I mean, though. If you are going to use the 5-back, guys... I really would recommend that you guys use the wing backs on join the attack. Oh my god, that nearly went. Yeah, I feel like you almost need to use them on join the attack because if you don't, I really feel like you will get penned in a hell of a lot. Of course, it is like different circumstances. If you are like 2-0 up in a game with 10 minutes to go, maybe you could drop both your fullbacks on just like balanced or something. That could definitely work. But I feel like for the large part, having them on join the attack just really does help. Really does help in terms of like the attacking side of the 5-3-2. There's the overlapping run from the centre midfielder. We take that. That's 4-1. This is what I mean, guys. You've got the runs everywhere. You've got the players all crammed around the middle. You've got Hullet bombing forward, making it 4-1. Like, you've got the 5-back as well. So like when you are defending, it is defending in a 5 at the back. So it is very solid. Like, it is just such a well-rounded formation. So overpowered this year. And not even just this year, actually. It's been overpowered for a couple of years. But this year, it's really come to the forefront. I think it's come to the forefront a lot this year because of like, I remember Dolomite using it in one of the pro tournaments. And then, obviously, what happens with FIFA is whenever certain pros use stuff, like, then it becomes like almost the norm. So it became the norm to use the 5-3-2. Although I don't really come across many people using it at the moment. So it's interesting, actually. But yeah, the 5-3-2 is definitely, without any shadow of a doubt, like, probably in terms of overpowered, definitely the most overpowered formation this year. I feel like the reason why I say overpowered is because like 4-4-2 and 4-2-3-1, they're always good, but like this year the 5-3-2 is definitely better than normal because of like the AI defending. But that right there, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like on the video, drop a comment down below, hit that subscribe button and that bell so you do get a notification every time I do drop a brand new video. And last but not least, Twitch, Twitter and my TikTok are all down in the description below. Make sure you go and drop all 3 of them a follow. I will love you guys forever. But for now, guys, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.